A little bit of thinning medium. Take a concealer brush, mine's distorted. Just barely dab it, not much, and go right over those veins to make them sink under the skin. I get my veins in one shot. I don't do layers of them. Once they bake, that's it. I make them dark the first time. Make them dark enough, I should say. I use a lot of cotton balls. I don't know, it just makes everything so smooth. Like it just sort of buffs things out. I'm going to inspect really good. Make sure none of my veins look drawn on with a Sharpie. You see how that looks? All those veins are under the skin. See that illusion? You know, it's more work to do it the way I do it, but the results are absolutely beautiful. And then by the time you get the other layers on, those veins are going to look extremely realistic. They already do. I covered the temple area very good. A little bit on the forehead right there. The back of the head. Most of that's going to be covered by hair, but you are going to see, this baby's going to have blonde hair, so you are going to be able to see those veins. So those veins are very important. All right. Now let's do Callie's little legs. Stir up our paint. I do not like using thinning medium because you can see lines. Like it doesn't look, the veins don't look natural to me. Also, when I do veins, I avoid creases. In my opinion, there's no reason to be going into the creases with your veins. You can go around the creases. When you start going into the creases with your veins, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for dirty creases. And many artists are able to do it just fine and get those creases really good, but I just don't want to take the chance. So, this is the way I do it. I'm going to start up here. See how I'm going all the way down, but I'm not going into that vein. I do another one up here. There we go. All right. I think we can get one in there. There we go. See how I've avoided those creases? Now we're going to go to the inside. Got a little blue on there, but it looks like a vein, so I'm not worried about it. Go. Go all the way down. There we go. Okay. See right here? We're going to avoid these creases. There we go. See how we did that? There we go. Okay, we'll get the side of the leg here. I want to get one right here. I need that to be darker. Let me stir this up. There we go. Okay. All right. So just like before, we're going to take a napkin and just tap, sort of blot off the excess paint. Just blot it off. Barely blot. Don't rub, just blot. There we go. We're going to put more veins, but we're going to take care of these first. Okay, and then once we do that, let's take a little cotton and just sort of work it into the, so it appears to be under the skin. Okay, now we're going to do like we did before. We're going to get this little like concealer brush, put a little bit of thinning medium in there. Better take off that blue before it ends up all over. Okay, going to put a little bit on there, not much at all. And we're just going to kind of I hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay, put it off. Use a cotton ball, kind of buff it out. There we go. There we go, under the skin, see? Okay, now we're going to do the rest of these. Some of these veins will be darker than others. There we go. We're going to do this one. Okay. See? Under the skin. The cotton ball is a really, really, really handy thing when you're doing veins. At least I think so. Okay. I examine very closely. Very closely. Okay. There we go. There. All right. Now we're going to do some veins on the feet. All right, this foot, this is Callie's foot, has a lot of wrinkles in it. And so it's going to be tricky getting around those wrinkles, but we're going to find a way to do it. I see a place with no wrinkles right there. See that? That would be a perfect place to put some veins. Also the heel, smooth. That would be a great place to put veins. A little bit on the side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be very, very careful. I think that could be darker. Okay. There we go. Use this little miniature to get in that crease right there, because a little bit went in there, and this one too. I do not want these in creases. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the heel. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Because of all these creases, wrinkles, I'm not gonna put any on the inside of the foot. If those weren't there, then I would. Okay, also, I'm gonna get the back of this leg as well. And it's tricky. Okay. All right. I'm going to take this and barely blot. Barely blot. Same thing here. Barely blot. Okay. All right. Okay guys, you got the idea of doing veins. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these off camera, and then I'll get back with you. Okay guys, so these are the end result of the veins that I did. This is Callie. She just got out of the oven, so she's still warm. See those veins? Can you guys... Those veins appear to be under the surface of the skin. And then after we get the complexion layers on and the mottling, those will be extremely realistic. The trick was patting them with a napkin and then going over them with a cotton ball, smoothing it out. Here's a leg. Bryson's getting ready to go in the oven. His veins are done also. Her other leg. See right there? And her arms. Little hand. Shoulder. I have tried various techniques for doing veins. I've tried thinning medium. Did not like the results at all. Tried painting the veins on very thinly and going over them in a couple layers. Didn't like that at all. So this technique really works for me. So just remember, blot with a napkin and then blot with a cotton ball. Take a clean cotton ball and just sort of buff it out when you're all done. Or you can tap with your finger and then buff it out. That's the key right there. Alright, this is the end of the veining tutorial. Next we will be doing mottling, so stay tuned.